Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantel and today I'm starting a mini-series. I actually don't know how many episodes this will be, but I'm starting a series where I will show you how I make a journal out of a repurposed book. So I've got this book. This was a dictionary, and I'm going to make this book for as a commission for Jennifer. And Jennifer is legally blind, and she commissioned me to make her a book that has four sections, so basically for the 4 seasons, and witchy themed. Also, she wanted it kind of textural and lots of pockets and lots of bits and pieces that she can touch and feel. And this is such an amazing challenge, and thank you, Jennifer, for putting your trust in me and letting me create that journal for you. So what I've done, I've got this book. There are loads of videos out there where you can see how to gut a book. So basically it was glued here, and then when you put the book on its side and put the front cover like that, the text block that normally sits here, it's called a text block, will stand off the back if it's bound in this way. And then you can gently cut across here, and then the same with the other side. And that's how you got a book. And then I had to pull off a lot of glue because this book was so sticky. So this is the base I'm working with. Now Jennifer wanted a raven, or at least a dark kind of cover. So I've got a raven fabric that I will grab in a moment. And then I will cover the front with that raven fabric. Before I do that, I want to reinforce this by putting some calico here. So I'm reinforcing the spine with that fabric, and then I can fold that over back here, and then I can put the raven fabric, which I will then flip back inside and then cover that with paper. So the papers I will be using are from loads of different Etsy shops, given by me, purchased by me. But unless it says it on the page, I don't know where they are from, because it is a hodgepodge. So this one is from Parish After Dark Kit. I've got loads and loads of witchy kind of themed images. This might even be a free one, I don't even know. This one is from Digital Hobby Helper. So is this one. And I've kept it all very neutral. This is a reader's tag. These are just going to be journaling tags, but she can also put, I don't know, tarot readings or whatnot on there. These are just going to be small manila files that I'm going to include, where she can just tuck some images or notes inside. I found these as well, and I thought they were awesome. These are from Print, Cut and Craft, and they are about the months of the year. I thought they would be helpful for her as well. And then these are just little envelopes and tuck spots. So that's the ephemera I will be using the basis for as ephemera. Then the pages I want to include all have a witchy theme. Most of them will be neutral, like black and white, but I can add color with lace and that kind of stuff. So she wanted earthy tones and purples. There's the purples. So there's that. That's just for the in-between pages, to make it all look pretty and cohesive. And then we have the tabs, which are from I think a Book of Shadows that you can build up yourself. So I printed 4 of these because she wants four sections. So that's those 4. These are printed on a thicker cardstock, obviously. And then we have the pages. And then that's the ephemera. So what I will be doing, I'm going to cut this all to size of the book. And then I will be tea staining them. For this video, what I want to do is work on the cover, which is this one, obviously. And then also I will be staining, when I'm going to stain these ones, is these pages. So these are lined pages because she said she wanted lots of writing space. But also on the other side, it's music paper. So it's just a different line, I suppose. And yeah, I thought that you would just add more interest. Unfortunately, these pages are not available with black ink on them, so I'm going to stick with the blue, and I'm sure it will add more when I'm going to tea stain them. So there's that. Along the way, I will be adding loads and loads more to this journal, but for now I'm going to start with the cover. So let's get going. So here we go. I've got my fabric that is gonna go on the cover, and it is not perfect, but that's okay, as long as when you put your complete book over the top, you have some overhang, because when you are going to stick it on the cover, obviously with the right side facing out, we are going to tuck the corners in like so, and then fold it in. So you need that little bit of overhang, about an inch or so, to fold that back in. So what I was thinking, maybe I can put some felt on the cover to make it like a fluffy kind of cover. Would probably be nice. And these are some of my offcuts. So what I could do is probably, no, that wouldn't be enough. I'll make something else out of that. So this is coffee and tea dyed calico. I just put this on the line outside and I went wild with coffee and tea. So yeah, that's this. It's not dirty. Well, for some of you it might be, but it's not dirty. So what I need is a piece that is big enough to cover that. My pinking shears. You can also do it in sections, that would not be an issue. Take this out of the way. And then it would only just be big enough. So I'm going to cut another strip, but I'm going to use this calico anyway. So might as well keep it. Let me see. If I cut it down here, a bigger piece. There we go. And you can use sheets or just another piece of cotton or whatever tickles your fancy, really, as long as it's strong fabric. All right, so this will fit perfectly and it will wrap around. So you can see that this is hardly stained and this is very stained, so I'm going to use that very stained part, and just going to cut that there and rip it. And then I've got plenty of other pieces of calico now to work with a little bit later, perhaps for the ephemera. Just pulling off some some of those strands that I won't need. Of course you can keep them because you can use them for ephemera if you want. So this can go on the inside now to strengthen that spine. The spine will stay soft. However, when I sew in the these signatures, yeah, it would still be a movable spine. But I think that's just the beauty of this one, and the covers will be hardcover. So, also you don't need to use pinking shears. I just did in this case, but you don't need to. So let's see if I can find some padding for the front cover so I can make that soft and squishy. So I found this piece of felt which is similar hue to this cover. It's kind of bluish, purplish, well, sort of gray, I don't know. And I want to glue this on. What I'll do first is I'm going to sand it because it's got a semi-glossy cover, and I want the glue to adhere and stay put. Okay, so it's just for roughening up, nothing more than that. And that's just what I've done. I've got an old cloth that I wash every now and again. It's got a lot of paint on it, mostly dry though. So I'm just wiping it down. It's slightly damp. So the book is still a bit shiny, but most of that sheen is gone. What is that? Glue or paint? Okay. All right. Just want to cut that to size. Felt kind of has memory, so just fold that in and you can cut. There we go. I said I wouldn't do the spine with hardcover, but I actually think I might. So with that exposed, with a glued in cover and no exposed spine, just to make it stronger, because this is such a big book and I don't want it to give out over time. So let's do that, but that's not till we're gonna sew all the signatures in, so it's all good. This, however, needs to be glued. This is Fabri-Tac glue. I recommend this paint. It's not paint. I recommend this glue if you are going to do anything bookbinding, because it will just stay put. Use it sparingly because it will seep through the pages or seep through your fabric and ruin stuff. However, if you use it sparingly, it's okay for the felt though. But yeah, normally if this would be fabric, I would wipe it out and then glue it on. Glue that onto the cover, make sure that it's centered. Make it a little bit more of a softer feel in the hand. Might actually do the back as well, just because I'm a bit extra like that. I didn't have blue anymore, so I'm gonna go with gray, which should not matter because it will be underneath the fabric anyway. Just that I would not use a bright red if it's under a gray fabric. I just wouldn't. Just in case it shows through, that would just ruin the whole thing. And again, this is optional. You don't have to do this. It's just what I want to do for this journal. And I think I already know I will have a hard time parting with this one because it's gonna be awesome. And there's that part. Just adds a little bit more to the journal. This will come later. For this part, I want to have my bone folder ready because I want to smoosh everything in when I'm going to glue the fabric on. I'm going to start at the top. And I prefer to glue on the surface that I'm gluing my my fabric onto. Different bottle, same glue, by the way. And the reason I'm doing this is because I can smoosh it out with my finger. And I still think with Fabri-Tac you have to work rather quickly because it does evaporate. Because it has a solvent in it. Just gently go over with the bone folder. If you've missed areas, you can always add, but then again make sure that you wipe it, smudge it out. And then this is like up to there. You won't see this in the end, so I just don't want to waste any glue, so. And I also don't want any glue blobs at the end, so. Just doing that. There's always a little bit of glue, and if you're fast, you can kind of wipe it off. But it's not a big deal. There's a little bit. Okay. So now, flip it over. Probably trim it a bit. Then about an inch glue down. Same for the bottom, so I'm just smearing some excess onto there too. And if the fabric glue seeps through a little bit here, it's okay. Just need to make sure that that doesn't happen on the main cover one. Although it's a very patterned one, so you won't be able to notice much. There we go. Just gonna do the same with the bottom one. And that's it for the bottom one. And now this is really, really strong because it is fabric, and I am not worried about this breaking at all. I would all the journals that I make, I would make them for myself and use them that same way, make them that same way as I would for anyone else. Now, before I attach anything of this fabric, I'm going to lay it out, wrap it around, and clip it into place. So I'm not gonna glue anything right now. I'm just gonna clip stuff down. And then I can decorate and see what I need to do before I glue this down. Maybe I want to sew anything. That is all what I need to decide here and now, and not when it's glued on. And now we can see what it will look like eventually. And so far I am really liking how this looks. However, I do want to do something with the spine because I know she likes purple, and I might just add some purple lace. So let's get my lace drawer and select something. There's some nice purple. There's probably some nice stuff on that scarf that I can do something with in this journal. I'm just gonna keep that apart. I do like this, but that's not big enough for me to cover the spine. This, however, is big enough, but it's very, very flimsy and stretchy. I do really like this one, but I will keep these aside so I can work with them later. This is very nice. It's very velvety and very, very purple. It's almost like in between these two colors. So happy with that. And then I've got some velvet ribbon, which is gray. Have not used it yet, but I thought it would be handy for something. So I bought it, obviously. And it's super, super soft. And I think it would be nice with that. So let's find the direction it goes. It goes that way. So I need to turn it around. And I kind of want to cover the spine with that. It has a mind of its own. It just slides off the table. This fabric is almost not cuttable with pinking shears. And this way I can also ask her if she likes this without committing to anything yet. This fabric is really difficult to cut, so I can do that there. So there's that, and to cover up those edges, I can just go like that, which will give a very nice texture, as that's what we want for this journal. So that's what the cover would look like, with that texture there, real soft, and then the ravens. And then of course the spine is all with velvet. There we have it. That's the back. And oops, maybe it's easier if I cut that ribbon there. And then the spine, which is really, really soft. It's like pettable. So that is how I set up a spine, or not a spine, a journal cover. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's maybe not a super long video, but I hope it will get you started and perhaps create along with me. And it doesn't matter how big your journal is, you can apply this to any journal, this technique. And then next time I'm gonna glue it on and stick it all together. And I hope you will join me for that. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.